Hey, good morning, guys. I wasn't planning on talking about this at all this morning. As you can see, it's still early. It's like 2:30. I just got up, just got cleaned up, showered, shaved for today's video, and I was going to talk about the border, about Biden being the new border hawk. And I'll put the article for that down below. I'm not going to talk about that today. I heard lots of knocking around, loud noises in the apartment last night. And I decided I wasn't going to talk about this paranormal stuff. I'll get more into that in the video. So I get up, I'm actually shaking. I get up this morning, and if you look on my community page, I actually took a picture of this. This glass and this were in the sink. They fell in the sink. Now, I had left this here, and I remember I was going to get a glass of milk during the night. And I cut my feet on glass before, so I'm very nervous with glass. So I took the glass out of here and I put it right here, nowhere near the sink. So somehow overnight, this and this fell into here. Okay, I have no idea. And on my community page, I posted a picture of that. And I said on the community page, I said, I heard something else during the night, but I haven't discovered what it was yet. Well, I know what it was. So I went to turn the light on in here in my spare room. And I have some of my paintings in here. This is where I store some of my paintings. And I found this painting knocked over. I can't remember. I could have swore I put this painting over here. I could have swore it was over here last night because I was blocking the books. But I found it over here this morning. And the messed up thing about this is a painting I did for Audrey. That's her cat, Rush. And it was hanging in her house. And then she passed away. And her parents cleaned out the condo and sent the painting back to me about 8 months after she passed away. My heart's pounding and my hands are shaking right now. Not only that, but I came in here to make my protein shake, and I discovered that the freezer door was open. It was partially open, and the ice cream inside had fallen down here. Now, how that happened, I have no idea. Because I put it nowhere. It's like there was an earthquake during the night. Seriously. And everything bounced around in here. There's no earthquakes here. There was no earthquake last night. So that's where we're at. I'm going to be talking about, obviously, I'm going to have to talk about this in today's video. Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Thursday. It's Daryl here. It is bright and freaking early, man. It's not even 2:45 in the morning. Here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I had not planned on doing this video today. More than likely, I'm going to put a little clip. More than likely, you just saw a little clip of me showing you things that moved around the house. I think I'm going to put that in the front of this video. So you probably just saw that. Okay, so I woke up during the night last night. I heard lots of loud noises. I'm trying to a cacophony. I was trying to think of the word to describe it. 2 times during the night last night. I heard like it sounded like 2 things falling, 2 or more things falling, and it sounded like the sink. So I forgot about it, and then I heard something else in another room, and I didn't know where that noise was coming from. So I get up this morning, and you saw in the video. And I found where the other noise came from. And there's still might be more, the ice cream in the refrigerator and the freezer had fallen and pushed the door open. I have no idea how this is happening. I wasn't going to talk about any of this. I'm going to fess up in this video, and it's not what you think. Okay, let me go all the way back to a video I did. I'll put the link to this down below. I did a video where I heard, this is the truth of what happened. I heard noises in this house. This has been going on for probably since Audrey passed away. I hate to freaking say that. I didn't want to have to say that. But since Audrey passed away. And I did a video where I heard something. I was actually, I had the camera or the phone in my hand. So I started filming and I walked through the house and I went into the bedroom. And there's my Bible is always on my bed. I tell you guys, I pray in the morning since I've been clean and sober. It's part of my daily thing. And the Bible flew off the bed. And it scared it scared the hell out of me. And I had to leave. I was all ready to leave. I think it was, I don't even remember. This was a year ago. I think it was a doctor's appointment, or it was I was going to run to Michael's art store, but I left right after that. In the video, I said, "Look, guys, this is this isn't real. I want you guys to tell me how I did this, right? Because the truth of the matter is, I didn't know how it was done." People like my mother and my sister, my family, have keys to the apartment, and I had just moved in here. And I didn't know. I left the apartment. I went back in. The Bible had flew off the bed. It was laying on the ground. I picked the Bible up. I put it back on the bed, and then I left the apartment. And then I'm thinking, geez, I should have looked around to see, because the more I started to become convinced that somebody was screwing with me. Somebody was playing a joke on me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to post this video. And I'm going to ruin this for them. I'm going to say, I know how, I did this myself. So, you know what I mean? So they were playing, so I thought somebody was playing a joke on me. So I'm going to do this video and I'm going to say, I did this myself, and it's going to kill their joke. So I'm going to backfire it on them. And I did that. And I said, I want you guys to tell me how I'll put the video down below so you can watch it. And, nobody ever said anything. Nobody ever came forward. Nobody ever said, because I didn't know how that happened. I didn't want to believe, in my heart, in my head, I believe there's paranormal activity. But when it happens here, I don't want to believe it. I don't even want to acknowledge it. And I never thought I'd react this way once it happened, now that it happened to me. So that's the truth of that video. To this day, I still don't know how the freaking Bible flew off the bed. No one ever came forward, and after I left the apartment to go on my way, I thought, well, they must have cleaned up the evidence. Maybe there was like some kind of like thin line or like a spring activated device, and I was like, that couldn't have been real. Somebody was screwing with me, and if I'm going to ruin their joke, and I'm going to say I did it myself, and that's going to kill their joke. And no one ever came forward. No one ever, there was no answer to that. So I just left that video there, and it's, that's where it is. And I'll put the link down below. Okay, then I started doing these magic tricks. And all the while, there was paranormal stuff, a little paranormal stuff happening. All right. The more I did these magic tricks, like I did the demon rope trick, right? And now if you were to like these magic tricks, the way that I did them, if you look at these magic tricks, there's nothing flying around or moving. I'll be honest with you guys. It was all done with a camera, okay, for the magic tricks. It's completely different, So then the more I did those magic tricks, calling them demon magic tricks, the more paranormal stuff started to happen around the apartment. And I showed you guys that stuff, the painting moving, the videos coming off the desk over there. The stuff happening, the closet door opening, and it's becoming more and more frequent. So I honestly started to believe that this is real, and I shouldn't. I started to convince myself that I was doing the wrong thing. By doing the magic tricks and the demon rope stuff, that it was like this stuff was coming into my life now because I acknowledged it. That's what I convinced myself. It was my fault because I called this the demon rope trick. But in my head, I'm like, people are going to think that I'm doing magic tricks and now I'm just making stuff move around the apartment. And that's what it looks like. If I saw that, that's what I would think it looks like. But the reality is I did these magic tricks and then all of a sudden stuff actually started, stuff had been moving around the apartment for a year before that, but it increased like tenfold after the demon rope trick and all that stuff. So I honestly blame myself, and I didn't want to acknowledge this, but I thought it had something to do with Audrey, because I did the haunted tunnel, the 1 mile haunted tunnel video. I'll see if I can put the link for that down below. And I used the spirit box in that. And, before I actually went to that haunted tunnel, I fooled around with the spirit box, and I was like, Audrey, are you here? Can you hear me? And I would do that with every spirit box, trying them out. And I became convinced that I did something wrong, that I opened a door and now this stuff was happening to me. Okay, so then recently, about a week or two ago, it really ramped up with the painting moving and the door creaking open. I'm actually filming this stuff happening. Most of the time it was just knocking during the night and finding stuff moved around. Then it was actually happening right in front of me, like with the Bible and the door opening and all that stuff. And I blame myself. I was like, because I made this demon rope trick video, now the paranormal has recognized, has acknowledged me. Now they've noticed me and it's come into my life. So about a week ago, I was like, I'm not going to talk about this anymore. I'm going to stop talking about this, and then it just happened in a video like 2 days ago. I can't remember which video that was. I think it was the Kurt Cobain video. The videos right behind me moved off. And I said in that video, I said, I'm not going to talk about this. And that's what I meant. I told myself I'm going to stop acknowledging this and it'll go away. And it hasn't gone away. So that's the confession. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's the honest reality of what's been going on here in this apartment. It's been going on for over a year. With that Bible flying off the bed. I was like, that couldn't have been real. Somebody screwing with me. I had just moved in the apartment and I didn't look around. I just left the apartment right after it happened. So I was like, they cleaned up the evidence because, some people have keys to my place. Oh, by the way, this morning when I found all this stuff moved around, I checked the deadbolt. The deadbolt's on. Nobody came in this apartment overnight. There was no earthquake, so I don't know how this stuff moved around. That's a complete 100% confession on, it's probably not the confession you thought I was going to give. It's happening and I don't know how or why things are moving around my apartment. And I hope it stops because it's not even scaring me anymore. It's just annoying me, really. It's ruining my sleep. If you guys noticed, I've been doing videos the afternoon before, like yesterday's video. I've been doing the videos in the afternoon and downloading and putting them down the next day because my sleep a lot of times all messed up because I keep getting woken up during the night and I can't sleep. And it's been messing up my YouTube videos that I do here in the morning. That's where we're at today. All right, I'll put the links down below. I'll be back. I'll do another video, the usual video today. You guys have a good Thursday.